And now, K8 weather.
Well, a lot of us stayed completely dry today, but that wasn't the case in Memphis. We had a couple of isolated storms out there that produced some pretty heavy rainfall and actually put a postponement on the FedEx St. Jude Championships that are ongoing there in Memphis. And tomorrow, those will start up again. Gates open around 7, and then they will resume second round play at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind if you're headed off to Memphis tomorrow. We'll start with temperatures in the 80s, back into the 90s through the afternoon. I think tomorrow looks to be a drier day, so good news for the golf tournament there in Memphis. As you look out from NEA Baptist, you can see there's the cloud cover. That's actually all associated from what's left of those storms that were ongoing across Memphis earlier. You can see radar is pretty quiet now. We have a flash flood warning is still in effect for the Memphis Metro down there. There's the outflow boundary from those storms. That's what's left of them. Not really much for us here. I think slightly cooler temperatures and a little bit of cloud cover as we go through the remaining parts of our night. Temperatures are in the 90s right now. We'll fall back into the lower 90s through the next couple of hours and eventually into the 80s. We'll give it 4 stars if you're headed out for dinner this evening. Looks to be a great night for dinner on the patio. You can see temperatures 91 degrees in Paragould, 93 in Corning, 92 in Walnut Ridge. We're in the 70s as you head off into Memphis where some of that rain cooled air is, and still in the middle 90s there in Batesville. It's a lot more comfortable than where we're at for the end of July and early portions of August. You can see dew points around 69 on the muggy meter. That's muggy, but it's definitely not anywhere that we're not used to here for the summer months of Arkansas. So it's humid, it's hot out there, but definitely not nearly as bad as we could be like we had in July. You can see farmers market forecast tomorrow. We're starting in the 70s, making it to the 80s in the afternoon. It looks to be a pretty great day to head out to the farmers market, and through the afternoon hours, it'll be hot out there. We'll have heat index values approaching the triple-digit mark. Actual temperature likely in the lower to middle 90s. So make sure you're wearing plenty of sunscreen and drinking plenty of water through your day tomorrow. There's a live look from Batesville. You can see the wind blowing there decent amount in Batesville as well. You can also see some of the hazy skies out there, a little bit of a milkiness to the sky this evening, and that's due to a little bit of leftover wildfire smoke that's still kind of hanging around in our atmosphere. That's going to continue to do so as we go through our day tomorrow, and we're going to keep with those kind of hazy conditions with us here over the next couple of days. So our next big impact is really a continued impact that we've been dealing with is very little rainfall. Not looking at much here as we get through the next week. You do notice a slight increase there by the time we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's our next best chance at some meaningful rainfall. You can see a lot of that, though, stays well off into portions of Missouri and then some more as you head along the coastline there of Georgia. Tonight, we're falling near 73 degrees, clear and dry as we go through the evening hours. If you're out this evening, the moon rises at around 7:58 p.m. Tonight is the first full moon, or the full moon in August, and also known as the sturgeon moon. Peak illumination for that's about 3 a.m., but you'll be able to see it after about 8 o'clock whenever the sun goes down, known as a sturgeon moon because of the abundance of sturgeon fish that are actually in the Great Lakes this time of the year. Here's a look at that 8-day forecast. 90s for your day on Saturday, 94 degrees on Sunday there. 90s continue through a majority of next week. This is a very typical 8-day forecast for us here in Arkansas in August. The highest chance of rainfall is on Tuesday. I think Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening looks to be the best window for that. So just keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans, but definitely do not cancel them any point this week.
And we need a little bit of rain.
We do. Yes. We're a little bit behind for this month and last month, actually.
All right. Thank you, Micah. Well,